Welcome to the first annual Footsies Award Ceremony with your hosts, Mike and Natal.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mike from Fight Your Rival.
This is Natal from Fight Your Rival.
We'd like to welcome you to the first ever Footsie Awards, where we recap the best of the year in fighting games, and it's where all the games that came out this year are vying to win this very special exclusive Footsie shoe.
Yep, in the FYR colors, of course.
In the FYR colors, custom made. So this award will be going to the best games. We're gonna kick it off with game features. Basically, the games that have the best graphics, best netcode, the extras that really make a game stand out aside from the gameplay.
The things that's supposed to come with the game and you're not supposed to buy as DLC.
Yeah, you know, which is a rarity these days. So obviously, even though gameplay is everything, or the fighting games, graphics don't hurt either.
Nope.
You know, the gameplay is what brings you there, but the graphics kind of keep you there and keep you staring at the game and salivating, all that fun stuff. So there are a lot of gorgeous games that came out. Tons from both 2D and the 3D side of games. I think we've seen some of the prettiest fighters out there, and it's amazing. It's the biggest year for fighters. I don't remember a year that so many games came out. This might be the most ever.
Yeah, and it was really hard to choose like best 2D and best 3D fighters for each category because there were so many options this year. So for the first annual Footsies Award ceremony, best 2D fighter, graphic-wise, has to go to Persona 4 Arena.
Yes.
It is the most gorgeous, prettiest game. Arc System Works always does a good job with their graphics, and this game is just beautiful, hands down, top notch, everything. Anything you'd like to include about how amazing P4A is?
Yeah, well, Persona's competition wasn't that stiff. I mean, I'd say the next prettiest game was Skullgirls. Yeah. Just because I'm a big fan of the unique art style, and I think they did a great job. But I mean, you know, compared to a game like Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where it looks okay, but a lot of the sprites are just recycled from Street Fighter 4. Doesn't really have a style of its own. And Persona 4 is a game that just pops out at you. It really just makes you want to play it just by looking at it. I think that's a big deal. So I think it's safe to say it's the prettiest 2D game. Yeah,
so congratulations, Persona 4 Arena. You won Best 2D Fighter in Graphics.
So enjoy your Footsie, Arc System Works, and Atlas. You earned it. Now, the world of 3D games, much tougher competition.
Yes.
This year we had Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Soul Calibur 5, Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown.
Dead or Alive 5.
Yeah, Girl Fight. It came out on the low. It was really hard to decide. I mean, they all really, DOA has a really cool graphical style.
Yes.
As does Soul Calibur and Virtua Fighter Tekken. All of them are really beautiful 3D games for their own reasons, but for me personally, the game that stuck out the most was Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
I agree. Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is the best 3D fighter graphically out there right now. I mean, one of the reasons why I have to agree with you on picking that game is the fact that every character has an ending, and they're all full CG cinematic endings, and it's something I really enjoy to watch, but the actual gameplay itself is fantastic. I mean, the cutscenes in-game are the graphics, that's how good they are.
Exactly, and just a little, I mean, a DOA does have some of this, but the environmental effects, the way if you land in dirt, your character gets dirty, and just how crisp the graphics are, I think Tekken is easily the winner of this year's graphics Footsies.
For best 3D fighter and graphics goes to Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Congrats, guys. And our next category is the best roster of the year.
Here at FYR, we didn't just choose the biggest roster, we chose what roster do we actually use the most amount of characters in. And we both, after a long time of arguing and agreeing, we've came to the decision that Street Fighter Cross Tekken has the best roster for any fighting game in 2012.
Yes.
For me personally, I pick more than, or at least half of the roster easily, and just play with them and have a lot of time with the switching and the variety of the characters. That's why I chose Cross Tekken as best roster.
Yeah, you know, say what you will about the game itself, but when Cross Tekken came out, I felt like I was handed a toy box of like everything I loved from the 90s. You know, as a diehard fan of both franchises, to have the best of both worlds and to be able to play as all these great characters I grew up with, that really took the cake for me. So, you know, while it may lack in other areas, when it comes to the roster, Street Fighter Cross Tekken definitely did a great job.
Yeah, and let's not front. Don't act like nobody was excited when you first heard about Street Fighter Cross Tekken coming out. I mean, it's every fighting game person's dream next to like Street Fighter Mortal Kombat. Yeah. You know, when it was announced, we were all hyped, we were all waiting, so it had to have the best roster for a game that I thought would never be created.
Exactly.
I actually have it 5 times. So.
So just for existing, I think Cross Tekken easily wins the Footsie for best roster of the year.
Yep. So best roster of the year award goes to Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Congrats, Capcom.
Yep. Good job.
Enjoy your Footsie and all of your money. Now, obviously, a lot of games have great rosters, but there's no use of a great roster if the game's not fun to play online.
That's true.
So our next category is the best netcode in the game this year, which there are a couple.
Yeah.
There is one runner-up that actually just came out.
Yes. The runner-up for this one was PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. The game came out maybe about a week or so ago, but I have to say I've been enjoying the online play ever since I got a copy of the game. Solid. I don't get drop games. I find matches really easily. It's great. I have to really say, for a new game, for a freshman game for Sony, PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale has an amazing netcode. So congratulations there for a runner-up.
Yeah, shout outs to Sony and Superbot Entertainment.
Yep.
And finally, our winner, there's actually a draw because it's the same netcode across two games. And that would be Soul Calibur 5 and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. And basically, they're just two of the smoothest fighting games you can play online, especially for two games that are really demanding graphically and gameplay-wise. We've played both of them extensively online against each other, against the world, and barely had lag. I've always had smooth connections, so it's always a joy to play online, which is not always the case in fighting games.
They had to win this category because Triple T2, you could practice your combos before waiting for a match. I know that has nothing to do with the netcode, but the fact that it's in there is fantastic. And then when I finally get into a match, it's hype as fuck.
Exactly. And yeah, not only the netcode, but just the overall online features. Like Natal said, you can practice Tekken while waiting for a match. Both games have kind of a Coliseum mode where you can just browse around a lobby, find people to play, set up your own tournaments even.
Yeah.
So just for the playability and how well they handled the modes, I think the Namco games really swept it this year. So
yeah. So best netcode of 2012 goes to Namco for Soul Calibur 5 and Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Congrats, guys. So speaking of netcode, if you've played any of these fighters online, there's probably certain characters that you've seen more than others. There's definitely a lot of fighting game characters that deserve mention this year for various reasons. We're going to do a top 3 for this one. I'd say third place, best character of the year, Yoshimitsu.
Definitely. I mean, he starred in 3 games. He was in Soul Cal, Cross Tekken, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. You know, he's a hustler. He's probably the hardest working fighting game character in show business right now. So he definitely had to get the third place spot. So congratulations, Yoshimitsu, for 3 in top characters of 2012.
And not only is a hustler, but he shows up every time in a different outfit.
All the time.
Super impressive.
Yeah, comes prepped, comes ready.
Dude's got a sick wardrobe. Now, second place is probably the bane of every Marvel player's existence, and we're going to give that award to Virgil.
Yes.
Just because of his utter dominance in Marvel 3. I mean, we used to think Wesker was the end-all, be-all, cheapest character in the game. And then Dante's brother came along and kind of rewrote the book and showed people how broken the game could be, so...
Yeah, he's like, I have a trench coat and my hair slicked back too. I could do just as much cheesy shit as you can and then some because I'm half demon. So, yeah, Virgil, I hate you. But you deserve to be number 2.
Yeah, whether you love him, you hate him, you play him, you get beat by him, he's in your life. So, shout out to Virgil. And speaking of getting beat and cheap and annoying, we're going to give our number 1 spot to Cammy from Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition 2012. Basically, if you've watched any Street Fighter stream this year, the character, obviously there's been a lot of great players playing her, but Cammy as a character has been dominating the tournament scene.
Yeah, and I really didn't see that coming. I never was a big Cammy fan myself. It was one of those characters I thought was cool because the ass cheeks were hanging out, but besides that, I really didn't think she was that great of a character. But she actually turns out to be pretty good.
Yeah, and what players have done with her, just her speed, her unblockable setups, I mean, she's become an absolute nemesis in that game. I hate playing against her. Yeah, shout outs to Cammy and shout outs to Cammy players everywhere.
Yep.
Because she's the winner of this year's Footsie for Character of the Year.
Character of the Year goes to Cammy. She wouldn't have won it if it wasn't for you guys out there picking her and grinding her out and showing us how amazing that character could actually be.
Exactly, and as exciting as fighting games are, they'd be nothing, they wouldn't be nearly as hyped without the players that really make them fun to watch and take these games to really high levels. So next we're going to talk about the best players of the year, best tournaments of the year, all the great action that happened in the fighting game scene. So stay tuned next week, guys. We'll be back with the best tournament action of the year.
And don't forget, keep fighting.